Hello, welcome back, guys. Thank you for joining me again on this beautiful day. And so today I wanted to talk about something real quick. I was channeling, when I first got on here, I was channeling Nate Dogg. Somehow that just came into my head. Nobody does it better. Nate Dogg and Warren G. I think that's Nate Dogg and Warren G. But that song, just the lyrics, just the hook in particular. The whole song was fire, but the hook that really is what's standing out is, what did they say? They can come closer than close. Yeah. Original they never will be. We're going from coast to coast. Yeah. I'm just trying to make you see. Nobody does it better. That's for y'all. Some of y'all out there, I'm just channeling that, like, and y'all are some originals. I just thought about that because that's like what I'm channeling is straight originals. You cannot be duplicated. Um, you're forever evolving. You're evolving fast and quick. So even things that you may have wanted to do yesterday, you may not want to do them today. The way you was thinking about certain things, you may not want to think that, in this moment. You're forever evolving. You refuse to stay stuck and conform to the ways of others, the ways of society, the ways of whatever. I was also hearing that if God herself, don't tell you, then you can't nobody tell you nothing. Only God. Nobody else can tell you anything. So that is a powerful energy within itself because, boy, it's very hard to contain the energy. I'm talking to people who, once you realize some of your power, even as a child, you probably was like, dang, I got big energy. And I was also channeling when Chris Tucker said he had mind control over Debo. So for some of y'all have let people think that they had control over you when in all actuality, you know, you know, you controlled yourself. And that could have even been as a child. Like you could have felt like, shoot, I done raised myself dang near. Where was they at? Some of y'all physically, some of y'all emotionally, some of y'all spiritually, some of y'all financially, and whatever the case may be. You guys may have always, that's how it kind of developed, is in the fact of you're going to make your own decisions because you've always felt like you was on your own. Excuse me. So you had to teach yourself some stuff. So I'm talking to the people that grew up probably fast, but your energy has always been so big and it's hard to contain someone that's always forever evolving. And the reason why people can't keep up with you is because you're doing it at rapid speeds. You're quicker than other energies, and it's what's going on inside of you. So somebody's not going to be able to duplicate what's going on inside of you. That's what, that's the sauce that they're missing. So at one point in time, you may have went with the programming and it was cool to, listen, follow the rules, do what you're being told. A lot of you guys could have been made to feel like, you need to talk this way, you need to look this way, you need to act this way in order to fit in. You guys may have found that out when you grew up, that you were around people that wanted you to fit in and blend in and look like everybody else and talk this way, and you refuse. So I am talking to people that they say you are rebellious, and rebellion, I feel like it has two sides to it. It can be destructive and it can be constructive. And being rebellious, if you got to be rebellious to be yourself, you'll take that label. I'm talking to people that don't care. You don't care about what somebody else is talking about in particular. If you want to do something, you're going to do it. If you don't want to do it, you ain't going to do it. So, I'm talking to some people like that. A little advice is to face your fears. The more you continue to face your fears that you have for yourself, your life, things that you may have thought should have went a certain way and didn't go that way, you should go ahead and do what you wanted to do, what you was thinking, what you was feeling, with logic, not just going based on feelings alone, but going with logic. Face those fears so that you can begin to fly while you're here. Feel like that you are flying high, in all aspects of yourself, raising your elevation, your consciousness, making sure that you are growing inside, but you have to acknowledge that. You have to embrace that. You have to want that. Accept it. Because regardless, you're still growing. And God has put so much inside of you that you're not meant to be contained just into this little body. This is a vessel. But you are a soul. You have a soul in there. And your soul cannot be contained, cannot be boxed in. A lot of you guys may have grew up and you, again, may have been abused, may have been, really beaten into submission. Beaten into submission. Some of y'all was some good old slaves. It felt like slavery as a child. It could have for some of y'all. Maybe when you grew up, you may have got into relationships like that, where you felt like you was the slave and master was going to beat you, whether male or female, and they might not really beat you, but you know what I'm saying, beat you mentally, beat you spiritually, beat you financially in your pockets for a lot of masculines. And it's like, am I a slave to you? Whew. So a lot of y'all is breaking away from feeling like you got to keep going along with these programs, allowing yourself, because first and foremost, you got to take responsibility. You can't be contained. Can't nobody, what I'm saying? No, nobody can really tell you what to do. So that could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing. But again, we also recognize that God can tell us what to do. A lot of us have to listen when we're being told certain things. And then if we choose not to, then there's always consequences. There's consequences for going left. There's consequences for going right. So, that's life. Grow within your empathy. I'm talking to some people that may feel like empathy is a weakness. And the more that I get around people that don't have empathy for others, the more I appreciate my empathy. So I'm saying that to people that may have felt like it's a crutch. You may feel like, oh, I'm always feeling sorry for somebody. I'm always trying to, look at people's perspectives. I'm just drained from just, giving, and not really receiving any empathy in return. And it's not that you give your empathy, to receive anything, but it would feel nice, for people to allow you the same grace that they want from you. So it's a beautiful thing to be empathetic. It's a very beautiful thing. I feel like that is a part of being nurturing as in your feminine energy, whether male or feminine. We all both have that inside of us, masculine or feminine. Empathy plays a part in that feminine side, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a matter of growing and learning that yes, you can feel sorry for others, but you have to protect yourself. You have to know when to feel empathy from afar. You have to not engulf yourself into what someone else has going on, and you feel people hurting and you want to go save them. You want to go, that's not for you to do. God saves. You don't. There's a lot of energies that you may have really trauma bonded to because of your empathetic side, and you realize that you guys share the same trauma. And I can't express this enough. I've said this before. It is, yes, it is good for you to feel empathy, but staying bonded to people or excusing bad, poor behavior from others just because you can understand and empathize where people are coming from is not good. It not only drains you, but it contains your energy. You're allowing yourself to be caged into a bond of trauma, and trauma is not a good thing. And so it can do more damage to you in the long run than if you go ahead and recognize it for what it is and protecting yourself. So it's good to know where people's coming from. It's good to even be able to feel it. But I'm talking to some people that need to really learn how to protect your energy. This is very serious, guys. Protecting your energy, especially when you got so much of it, and you got enough to go around and help everybody if you wanted to, but it takes from yourself as well. So know how to help without giving so much of yourself. Know when to pull in and know when to pull out. A lot of these people are low vibrational. I'm talking to you guys that play a lot into your high vibrational and your low vibrational energy, where you do some stuff that ain't high vibrational, and then you'll do some stuff that is. And it's about finding that balance, not feeling like you have to be perfect. But a lot of you guys, y'all like to play in that, those lower root chakras, that sacral, that sexual energy, the addictions, the overdoing things, all that stuff, even may give into hearing what people are saying, how you should be in this world, how you should present yourself, letting that take a hit on your self-esteem, going with, what other people are saying. You might actually get involved in all this low vibrational stuff. So that may also allow you to bond and be empathize with people because you know what it feels like. You've played in that energy. In fact, you still play in that energy from time to time. So that is what will keep you empathizing for people that you need to protect your energy from, especially because they want you to be contained when you know that you are a butterfly. You can't be contained. You just can't. And like, again, you may have tried to go with the programming, but you see that the programming wasn't for you. It ain't for you. So forgive yourself or allowing others to take advantage of you, because ultimately you did it, whether or not you agreed to it, you allowed it, you welcomed it in. uh y'all, you busted it open, you opened the door, you opened Pandora's box. So you have to, at the end of the day, you have to, even if it was done out of, you just purely didn't know, it's like part of you still should, it resonates inside of you. You'll get that nudge, you'll get that feeling where something's off. So you knew, whether you admit it or not, you are above average. Your energy is above average. You exude this energy whether you want to or not, whether you try to be quiet or not. You still give off this energy about yourself that is just above average, whether people can see it or not. Some people, it ain't meant for everybody to see different things about you. That's the beauty of how God covers us. Everybody ain't going to some person, you're gonna look like poor. And you know what? You look poor to them because those was the same people that was going to use you for your money. To some of these people, you look like maybe you a whore. Good. This was not supposed to be the person you married, because they was going to abuse you and take advantage of you anyway, and probably whatever. Okay, to this person, you may look like, you was a dummy. And okay, that was cool. They thought you weren't smart enough for them, because they was gonna try to play you like a dummy. So it XYZ, all this different stuff. And that is the beauty of God's covering. You gonna look like different to everybody. You're going to look different to everybody. It's from their view, their perspective, what they got going on, how close their connection is with the Most High, whatever. That's the beauty of it. That's why your energy cannot be contained, cannot be duplicated. You're very compassionate. You're compassionate for others. That's a beautiful thing. There's people that don't even walk around like that. And you can stop feeling sorry for yourself or feeling like bad, because you still are a person that's genuine in this world that is fake. You trust yourself. Trust yourself. A lot of y'all do trust yourself, but y'all are learning to trust yourself more. You realize that you walk with the Most High, and the more that you accept it, the more that you accept that God is in here and God is not up here somewhere in the sky. The more you accept that God is right in here, the more that you accept that we have angels and we have demons. The high and the low, all of us. The more that you accept that within yourself and your choices, the angel on one side, the devil, is up to you. Ultimately, you doing it. It would stop looking outside of yourself for this demon. Stop looking outside of yourself for this angel. Stop looking outside of yourself for the Most High. The Most High is inside of you. So accept that. The more that you learn that, the more that you feel like, oh, I got to die before I get to heaven. The more you realize that heaven is inside of your heart, and you can experience heaven on earth, and it starts with your mind. It starts within your mind. You can also experience hell. It goes by your choices in your mind as well, what you're thinking. Because being stuck is hell. Imagine a prison within your own self, your own mind, while you are able to be free on this earth. That's hell right here on earth. Toxic cycles. A lot of y'all may have went through several toxic cycles over and over again of I'm getting the energy of toxic cycles, because you go real high and you go real low, and you are learning to balance it out. Balance it out. Because it can be it's extremes. It comes off as, what do they say? Passive aggressiveness. And it is not really, you may not even be aware of you doing that. But by you going to such high and such lows, and it's like not learning to just ground yourself so that you can be at ground level, then that's when you'll realize that these toxic cycles, you'll get on out of them quicker. You are the co-creator of your world. So God gives you that ability to create. What you see on the outside, what you thinking is what you're that's what's going on in your life right now. How you feeling on the inside is what you see. So if you don't like what you see, you know what they say. Work on it. Healing. You give off a healing energy everywhere you go. Animals, you might be able to talk to animals. I just talked to a little bunny rabbit today. I was like, oh, bunny rabbit out in the snow? What? And I was like, oh. But you guys may talk to animals. Animals might love you. Um, you may love nature. Very free spirited. You guys just naturally attract people. People probably always come to you for advice and things like that on an accident. You probably don't even want people to, because you're like, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing but what I know, but people still, come to you. You may have had some people out here may have had people attempt to unalive you several times, and you may have even thought, you could think back right now to think times in your life where you may have been in life or death situations so many times. You may have grew up in chaos. You may have been in relationships where it was a lot of chaos, and it plays with a part of inside of you as well, especially being that old version of you, that old programming of, maybe being around, growing up, being breeded in chaotic environments, and then trying to change your life. That will f your life up, because you're still finding out who you are. It brings a lot of chaotic energy when you are trying to balance that dark side of you as well as that light side of you, doing stuff you shouldn't be doing, and doing stuff that's what's best for you. So it can be very chaotic, which is probably reflected in a lot of your relationships. You have a strong drive. So, whatever it is, that's why it's like, even with that balance, even if it's something that you're doing that ain't wrong, you'll have a strong drive to do it. You may just be like, you know what? I wanna do it. That rebellious energy. So a lot of you guys are just learning to balance yourself out and not feeling like, well, because I'm on this life changing journey, I can't do some of the things that I used to do. It's within moderation. As long as you have your boundaries, your self respect when you're doing it, it's something that you wanted to do and not being forced to do it. Live your life, because we cannot tell everybody what to do. Everybody's life is different. Everybody's journeys is different. Everybody talks to God and God tells them something different. And who are we as people to tell somebody else how to live their life? So I'm talking to people that's just butterflies. You're not meant to be contained, boxed in. Can't nobody, read a book and just exactly know how to pinpoint your energy. And that's the beauty of it. You're going to start meeting a lot of butterflies just like you, where they're going to feel like their energy was never meant to be contained, and they've been living free and they love life, because we're here. What else can you do? Grow, learn, give, share, receive, be, be. God says, I am that I am. So it's like, I am that I am. You are. You are what you want to be. You have the capability. God allows you. The Most High allows you to have that capability to decide what hats you want to wear in life, what roles you want to play. It's the beauty of it. God wants you to be free. God wants you to be free. Why else would God allow you to co-create your own universe? So it's up to you. Keep being that beautiful butterfly. Keep, finding out who you are, because I'm telling you, the most beautiful thing that you will learn about life is learning about yourself and discovering how beautiful you are and how beautiful God is. The more you learn out about yourself, the more you will learn about God. And you will realize that God is so beautiful to even make someone like you, to make others, um, to make the animals, the planet, to make everything in this world is beautiful. So learn to truly love yourself. You're beautiful. You're unique. God didn't make nobody just like you. That alone says that you're beautiful. All right. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.